Okay, so your question is that all these
Uh,
methods that we have for the
yes.
purpose of valuation of intangible assets, whether they are only in theory or they are also
Oh,
in practical. That is what is
yeah.
your
Actually,
question.
in previous slides,
Now,
formulas are there. So
yeah,
that's why based on that we are calculating the values.
yes,
But here there is no formulas directly. So how we will calculate in practical? The
okay.
tangible asset valuation was okay. Somehow we understood. But intangible is something like it's all invisible way or some hypothetical way you have to just show me one small example.
Gopal,
Limited. Yes.
Gopal, ये okay. You have to understand the concept, Gopal.
Okay.
If you have understood the concept, then you will have no confusion.
Okay.
And if you have not understood the concept, then you will have all the confusion.
No,
So
actually,
both of you, first of all, understand one thing very clearly, that any business anywhere transacted will have intangibles, will have tangibles.
correct.
And also understand very clearly, when a transaction is being done, the assets will need to be valued. And also understand clearly that some method or some approach has to be used.
Correct.
Now, uh, valuation professionals are required. Why? Because if everything was to be done mechanically, then there was no need for the professionals to do the evaluation. Then machine could do the job, and human intervention was not required. So please understand, in all the methods, whether for tangible assets or for intangible assets, be clear about it. They are very much used for the purpose of valuation across the globe for all kinds of the assets. So just be very clear about it. Maybe you need to spend more time in understanding them. Maybe a time of 1 hour may not be sufficient for you to understand the gist of it. But please understand and be clear about it that this is definitely done. Number two, these methods are of course used. And number three, please remember, and this is what you must do. Formulas are there for these methods also. You have to apply and think about it. If say for example, when we talk about the free from royalty method, when we are discussing that in case of free from royalty method, what do? You find out if the company has intangible assets, and if these intangible assets are to be valued. How do you value? You have to find out some value. And please, how do you find out the value? What can be the best way to find out the value? The best way of finding out the value is, if these intangibles were not to be owned by me, and if these intangibles would I were to take from someone, then how much amount I would have paid. And that is the time and effort which a valuation professional has to invest. So this information will obviously not be available readily, so you will have to take trouble and find that information out. And once you know what that amount is, that is your cash flow, that is your cost. And convert that cost with your cost of capital. So when you find out that figure, all right, the total intangibles that I have, the intangibles that I have, I would spend paying 5 crore every year for the as a cost of royalty. So that 5 crore that you will pay over next 5 years, 10 years, or whatever that period may be, find out the discounted value of that 5 crore paid over 10 years or 5 years or 7 years, using your discounted your cost of capital. Sum it up, and that becomes your value of that intangible. And that is how it is. So just because I have not given you the formula in my discussion,
Correct.
it does not mean
Correct.
it does not have a formula. And all both of you, please understand, see, you in valuation, there are no ready answers. In valuation, you have to think and apply your mind to get the answers. So be clear about it. Everything that we have discussed, tangible or intangible, is intangible. It is being put to use for finding out the value. Please also
Correct.
understand very clearly, both of you, and I'm purposely telling you, please understand what is the purpose of valuation. Purpose of valuation is not to do a mathematical exercise. Purpose of valuation is to help someone to take a decision. And how do you help someone to take a decision? You help someone to take a decision by putting things in terms of number. What number? That is the utility of that asset, and convert it in terms of value. So whatever method, whatever you can do, you do and find out the value, and this is how you will figure it out actually. So a lot of people would tell me, sir, ये situation है, कौन सा method use करें? I said, please understand.
No, that means while giving the report, assumptions, you have to be clear what are the assumption on what this is they have been fixed here. You have to put in the report. Without assumption, because there must be, situation may be different for taking the different assumption, some values may be different.
Right?
So
Yeah.
then they must put it in black and white. What are the assumptions we have taken?
देखो गोपाल, ऐसा है ultimately any valuation, whether tangible or intangible, will definitely have certain assumptions. And as the valuation professional, it becomes our, as I was telling you in the beginning, when you asked me whether you can accept the projections given by the company as it is, and I explained to you that you can't do that because that is what is our responsibility. So whatever the assumptions are there, you have to make sure that those assumptions hold water. I mean, you just cannot do an exercise as a formality. Ultimately, whatever valuation that you are going to do is going to be questioned either by your client or the counterparty of the client. So you have to ensure that you have answers to all those questions ready with you. And there is no rule as to which method you have to apply or which approach you have to apply. It is you that you have to decide as to which is the approach or the method fitting to this situation, which ultimately should serve the purpose. And that is what should be your driver. I hope that answers your query.